National parks struggle under Trump-driven layoffs, a looming crisis for summer visitors. The landscape of America's cherished national parks is swiftly transforming as a consequence of staff reductions initiated by President Donald Trump. Park enthusiasts are beginning to notice the absence of essential ranger presence, just months into Trump's administration. After 3 decades of visiting these parks, I've never seen so few rangers around, wrote one visitor to Zion National Park, as shared in feedback obtained by CNN. This visitor noted the stark absence of the trail crew at the notable Utah park and the total lack of educational programs throughout the 5 parks visited. Resuming employment of park staff is essential, the visitor emphasized. Another visitor at Yosemite voiced their concern over the Hetch Hetchy Reservoir entrance, where the absence of rangers hindered visitors from obtaining wilderness permits. An increased number of staff would be a much-needed and significant betterment, the report highlighted. The most revered national parks in the country are facing severe challenges as Trump's policy of reducing government expenditure results in sharp reductions in park staffing, just as the summer tourist season kicks off. In response to these cuts, senior officials pledged to recruit thousands of seasonal employees to help fill the void left by the roughly 1,000 NPS employees dismissed in the widespread federal reductions known as the Valentine's Day Massacre. A memo from the Department of Interior in February aimed for the hiring of 7,700 seasonal workers for NPS and announced plans to post 9,000 job listings. However, with July 4th, the peak of the park's visitation season fast approaching, those promised seasonal hires have not yet appeared. According to internal data from the National Park Service shared with CNN by the National Parks Conservation Association, only about 4,500 seasonal and temporary workers have been brought on board. The full-time NPS workforce has similarly shrunk, leaving the Park Service with only 12,600 full-time employees, a reduction of 24% when compared to the start of the year. According to Kristen Bringle, the Senior Vice President of Government Affairs at the National Parks Conservation Association, this is the lowest staffing level the parks have experienced in more than 2 decades. While some parks, like Yellowstone, have managed to bolster their staff numbers this year, other parks continue to suffer from inadequate staffing, raising concerns about potential stress on park rangers later in the summer. By mid-August, the staff will likely be exhausted, cautioned Kim Hall, a former NBS regional director. Mistakes could happen, someone might get hurt, or visitors may come too close to wildlife because there aren't enough rangers to provide guidance. The National Park Service did not respond to CNN's inquiries about their current workforce levels. Meanwhile, park visitors continue to flock by the millions. Last year, the National Park Service reported record-breaking visitation, reaching nearly 332 million recreation visits, smashing the previous record set in 2016. The process of staffing up for the summer involves meticulous preparation months in advance, often starting in the preceding fall or winter to ensure a timely deployment by Memorial Day. Even with the necessary approvals and funding, assembling and training a cohort of seasonal workers is a lengthy endeavour, requiring months to have the team ready to welcome the public by May, explained Kim Hall. Adding to the staffing challenges, the retirement or resignation of numerous park superintendents, employees that oversee some of the most iconic parks, has left over 100 parks without direct supervision, according to Bringle. Additionally, many employees typically designated for park programming and construction have been reassigned to visitor services to cope with the influx. The Interior Secretary, Doug Burgum, has responded to congressional inquiries about the staffing cuts by emphasizing the importance of reducing overheads to allow more staff in national parks. "I want more people in the parks," Burgum declared, indicating a desire to streamline operations. Nonetheless, internal data tells a different story. As highlighted by Bringle, approximately 80% of the NPS workforce is stationed within the parks, providing critical support functions such as preserving delicate ecosystems and monitoring safety concerns. And the Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski of Alaska has recently urged Burgum for a comprehensive list of all staff positions cut across the National Park Service, Bureau of Land Management, and the U.S. Forest Service since Trump assumed office. As of now, the Interior Department has not disclosed that list. Regional officers within the Park Service are reportedly on alert, anticipating the outcome of a Trump administration plan that could potentially decimate their ranks, as revealed by a National Park Service employee in the Western state. If the risk plan is approved, it will be a disaster, the employee expressed. In addition to the February terminations, the probationary workers, retirements and funding restrictions continue to leave their mark on the agency's capabilities, according to the same source. The lack of park superintendents creates a significant challenge, as these individuals provide essential leadership and support during challenging times. Hall stressed that the knowledge and experience lost will require many years to rebuild. What do you think? Are the current staffing issues a short-term hurdle or a long-term threat to the management of America's natural treasures? Share your thoughts below.